Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating but actually very simple idea from a talk by Loon. It's all about looking directly at our own experience and asking a pretty fundamental question. What if the you that you feel at the center of your world isn't quite what it seems? I mean, think about it for a second. Every single thought, every emotion, every sensation you have, whether it's happy, sad, or just, whatever, it all feels like it's happening to me. It has my name on it. This is my life. That feeling is probably the most basic thing we know. But here's where this talk just throws a wrench in the works. It makes this incredible claim that even though it feels so deeply personal, so completely yours, it's actually not. None of it is happening to you. So that right there is the big question, isn't it? If we just for a moment put aside this lifelong assumption that there's a me in here owning all of this, then what are we left with? What is actually going on? All right, so the first big insight here is that we need to totally reframe what we even mean by self. Instead of a solid thing, a person, what if it's more like a process? Like weather happening in the sky. It's just something that occurs. And that brings us to this key idea, the view of me. The core concept is that this feeling of being a self isn't a person at all. It's just a view that pops up in the mind. It's another mental event, just like a thought or a feeling, that generates this powerful illusion of a separate person inside, watching everything. Now, what's really important to get is that this isn't about some big battle to destroy your ego. No, the whole practice is much gentler than that. It's simply about learning to notice that feeling of me when it shows up and seeing it for what it is. Oh, there's that view again. It's just a mental process taking place. Okay, so once you start to see the self as just a process, it kind of changes how you see everything else too. You start to shift away from seeing your life as this big personal drama and more as, well, just nature unfolding. This chart just lays it out so clearly. On the left, that's our default setting, right? The personal story, judging everything as good or bad, right or wrong, my fault, your fault. The shift is over to the right, seeing it all as a natural process. A difficult feeling isn't bad, any more than fire is bad for being hot. It's just what it is, a natural phenomenon that arises and passes away. Loon uses this fantastic analogy to explain this. Believing in our personal drama is like walking into a dark room and seeing a snake. You freak out, your heart pounds, your fear is totally real, but the fear is based on a mistake. It was never a snake, it was always just a rope. And here's the kicker. The truth isn't hiding somewhere else. The rope and the snake are in the exact same spot. We don't need to change our experience to find the truth. We just need to change how we're seeing it. The solution is right here, inside the problem itself. So what is this shift in seeing actually like? Well, probably the best comparison is waking up from a dream. And this is a really important point. It's not just about understanding this as an idea. It's about a direct, personal realization. You know how it is. Most of the time, we're living our lives like someone who's deep in a dream. When you're in it, the dream characters, the dream world, the dream dangers, it all feels 100% real. You are completely bought into the story, where I am the star. And then you wake up. In this context, waking up is that moment of clarity. It's the realization that the entire drama, the dream me, the dream bad guys, the whole thing was just an impersonal process of the mind. Nothing personal was ever actually happening. And this slide just nails the difference with such a great analogy. Hearing about all this stuff, well, that's just conceptual knowledge. It's like someone describing what a durian tastes like. You get the idea, but you don't know. Direct realization, that's actually tasting the durian for yourself. Then there's no doubt. So you might be thinking, okay, this is some cool philosophy, but so what? Well, this isn't just an abstract idea to think about. This understanding, this waking up, is actually the foundation of a very practical path. In the Buddhist tradition, this is the famous Noble Eightfold Path. And would you look at what's number one on the list? Right understanding. This exact insight we've been talking about, seeing life not as a personal story, but as an impersonal, natural process, is the very first step. It's the starting point for everything else. And as the speaker says, this first step is literally the key to the whole thing. When your basic understanding is correct, when you're not mistaking the rope for a snake, then your attitude, your words, your actions, everything else just naturally starts to fall into place. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's for everyone. Absolutely everyone. This isn't some secret path only for monks or nuns. It's for anybody, in any walk of life. The only ticket you need is that genuine desire to understand how things really are. So at the end of the day, it all comes back to this one simple point. We don't have to look for some solution off in the future. The problem, which is feeling like a separate, struggling self, and the solution are both right here, right now. The whole answer is just to see this moment correctly. And so, we're going to leave you with one final question. This isn't one to answer with your brain, but something to really look at for yourself. If all this is true, if experience is just an impersonal process unfolding, and there's no actual person here, then who or what is it that is understanding this right now?